What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel for another video. So today, if you haven't already read the title, I'm going to be doing my birthday story. I have 2 kids, if you didn't know. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below what else you would like to see. I'll be featuring my little kiddos on here and my husband, of course. So my first one, I was induced, and it was 26 hours of labor. They put a balloon in me, and it was to expand my cervix because it wasn't expanded on its own, and he still wasn't ready to come because he was a week overdue. He was due on the 2nd of December, and he didn't come to the 8th. So 6 days overdue. Yeah, son. We need to talk about that. But they put a balloon in me to expand my cervix. Hurt. But I'm not that one to be like, I'm very in tune with my pain, and I can tolerate a lot, even though it hurts. Yes, because the nurse kept coming in, or nurses kept coming in asking me, did I feel the contractions? So I was like, yeah, I feel them, but I'm not about to sit here and scream because it's not gonna help me. I'm not about to pull, I'm not about to do all that, and I didn't want to be touched because I'm the type of person, if I'm in pain, I don't want to be touched. I don't want you touching me at all. So yeah, so they did that. I came in, I think I dilated 1 centimeter on my own. Then I dilated another 3.5 centimeters with the balloon. Then it was time for the Pitocin drip, but he didn't like it, and his heart rate kept dropping. It was dropping through the night because of the way I was laying. So they had to keep coming and tell me to lay on my left side. But it was pain and just laying in that one position, and plus I couldn't move or anything like that. So when they came to check me and the balloon fell out, my husband freaked out because he kept having to keep getting me up out the bed to bring me to the restroom because they was putting fluids in me, and that makes you go to the restroom. So I reached down to wipe myself, and it was horrific. I was alarmed because I didn't know that was what was, because it was my first child. I didn't know that was supposed to happen. So he took off into the hall, running to the nurse's station, yelling for them to come and help me. And she came in, and then she took it out or whatever, and she was like, yeah, that's just, it falling out. It was like it's supposed to do. They finally came in to do the Pitocin drip. He didn't like it. He didn't react well to it. His heart rate dropped even more, and so they had to stop that. And then by the time my doctor got there in the morning around like 7:30, he was like, would you terribly mind having a C-section? By that time I was over it, and so I was like, yes. So I ended up having a C-section. Yes. And that itself is a whole nother thing, because you go in there by yourself. No one can come in there because they have to give you the anesthesia and the epidural and all that in your back, and nobody could be in there with you just in case they pass out or whatever. So you gotta go in there by yourself, and that was nerve-wracking on its own. But I did have a nurse. She held me and kept me calm while it was all getting done, and then you go numb like almost instantly. I was just freaking out because I've never had surgery before in my life, so that was a whole nother thing. So with my second son, oh, let me tell you, him was a C-section too. He ended up coming early. His due date originally was the 19th, and I had to have a C-section the second time around. So they make you come in a week ahead of time. So he was supposed to be due on the 12th of December. Yes, I have 2 December babies, 2 Sagittarius. So it was gonna make him come in on the 12th of December. But baby was not about to wait. So I kept the last final week of me going. I had to keep going back and forth to the hospital, to the doctor's office, to the hospital, to the doctor's office, to the hospital, to the doctor's office, because something irregular was going on with his heart rate. When I was at the doctor's office, I was either dehydrated or I was drinking a lot of water. When I went, like they said, I made sure I was up on my fluids, but I was still feeling contractions, and it was too early for me to be feeling contractions when I was going. So, and it was hard contractions, like I was about to be in labor, and I wasn't dilated. I think I dilated 1 centimeter, and it was earlier than with my first son, because I didn't dilate at all until the last, like the week after he was due. That's when I dilated. With the last day I went in, which was freaky, it freaks me out, because I had my son with me, and I always bring him to my doctor's appointments. We was getting a stress test, because I didn't have that with my last one, but they wanted to do this with this one because when you're anemic, they want to check and make sure everything is okay with your heart rate. So I had a stress test, and it was normal. I was just out there, and I don't know why they laid me in that position on my back, because baby did not like it, and how I was didn't like it, because his heart my heart just, like I was about to pass out. My face was flush red, and everybody ran in there coming to check up on me, check on my heart rate, check on baby heart rate, trying to find out, make sure he was moving. And by that time I was over it. I was like, get him out. He's been in there long enough. I would rather get him out now than something happened to him later, because all this going back and forth from the hospital to the doctor's office, I'm just over it. I'm just over it. So then that day my husband was at work. I was freaking out because I needed him to be there, because I didn't want to go in there by myself, or I didn't want to have this baby by myself. And my sister can come with me, because she's the one that brought me to the doctor's office, because she has her 2 little ones with her. So I end up going to the doctor's office and being there for about I think 2 hours or so, and then I finally went in and had him on the 6th of December. So yeah, so they like 3 years and a day apart. Exactly. It was great. It was great. If y'all haven't seen that birthing story, I do down below if y'all want to check that video out. And all in all, I love being pregnant, but I did not like getting C-sections. No. I will do a video of my reaction to C-sections, because it just wasn't for me. I couldn't do a 3rd and do a C-section. I couldn't. If y'all like this video, enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below what else you would like to see. And yeah, thanks for watching.